This is just to share a little bit about why I'm so passionate about Twitter. I know it'll surprise a lot of you, but I did not start truly tweeting until January of 2013. So that was a little over 10 months ago that I started doing this, and maybe a little bit less. And I honestly have to tell you, it took over with a vengeance. If you want to talk about an addiction, this is probably the closest thing I've ever had to it. But the thing is that the payoff, and a lot of psychologists talk about that, but the payoff that it has had for me as an educator and the benefit that it has given me has been well worth the journey that I've taken. So I'm going to share a little bit about my journey that I've had through Twitter. The first thing I want to share with you is that shortly after I started tweeting, I came across this blog by Brad Curry talking about connect yourself before you wreck yourself. Obviously, it had the title that attracted me because it wasn't like a lot of them that said the top 10 things to have a Twitter account, which honestly, the top 10 this and top 10 that, I think that gets old. And so I really like the fact that he used something I related to pull me in. And honestly, he did it month by month. And it was a very easy approach to how you get yourself started with Twitter. I highly recommend, if you see the value in Twitter, but you're not sure how to get started, that this is a great way to get started. If you're in Northwest ISD and you're wanting to get started in Twitter and you just really aren't sure, please feel free to contact me or one of the other IT coaches. You can reach me at kwilson01@nisttx.org or any of your other coaches. You can also connect with me on Twitter at TeachKiwi. That's my handle. A couple of other things that happened after I got into Twitter is I started thinking about how I could share my learning. So that led to my blog. And if you see that here, that was pretty much inspired. The blog that I have called Tag Your It was pretty much inspired after reading Connect Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. Because of Brad writing his blog, I realized that I was learning from him and what he had synthesized through his learning on Twitter to share with others. And that inspired me to do Tag Your It. Now, one of the things that I'm working on now is connecting with teachers and asking them to be guest bloggers. So if you're not interested in starting your own blog, but you certainly want to share and you need a platform, you can contact me and I would be happy to allow for you to be a guest blogger on my blog. I tweet it out as well as Facebook it to share with others, because I think one of the most important things that Twitter has taught me is that collaboration is key, and sharing with others. When we have so many things to accomplish with our kids, Twitter gives us a way to encourage one another, spur each other on, challenge one another, and share ideas with each other. And it's definitely one of the ways that you work smarter and not harder when you connect through Twitter. The next thing I wanted to show you is just my Twitter feed. You'll see me tweet different things. I connect with different people. I try to find out what your interests are, what your passions are. I try to find out what it is you're looking for, what you're currently working on in your classrooms. And then I try to tweet out that information when I come across it. It's one of the ways I try to personally connect with other people is by sharing things that I come across that I think would be beneficial to them. By sharing, I become useful to others. That's one of the key components of Twitter. Share and you will be shared with. And then the other thing is give credit to those who put those things out there. If you take an idea and you don't give credit, it can have a negative connotation for those that are out there. Another reason that I do Twitter, I think was best captured by the quote by Whitfield. I heard just recently on College Game Day through ESPN, they did a story on him as the quarterback whisperer. And his quote says, sometimes you have to go outside your industry to find ways to come back and affect it. And I love Northwest ISD. I love where I teach. But I do like that Twitter helps me go outside of it. I have friends that reach into Canada, the UK. I also have friends that I connect with in Australia and New Zealand. So it's a great way for you to connect. And finally, just a question that you can fill out. How is Twitter important to the professional development of you? Thank you so much.